Hello and welcome back. Today we're just going to be doing something different. This is going to be hopefully a quick video. I wasn't expecting Killing Floor 3 to be releasing a update this week after how long of radio silence? I don't know, 2 months, something like that. But they did come up with something here. We do have a roadmap for this year, and it seems like we're getting like a content drop or update season, whatever, every season. So, spring, summer, fall, winter. But fall and winter are just Halloween and winter updates. So, but in the winter update, we do get the mod tools. So that's pretty cool. We're gonna get mods. I'll see if I'll be able to play them. I don't know. I play through GeForce because Killing Floor 3 is just such a beast. UE5 sucks ass. So, but anyway, we'll get into it. Season 3 is supposed to come out. I think it's March. That's what I heard through someone in Discord, and he's probably more connected than I am with it. I don't even bother going onto the Killing Floor Discord anymore. I did, a lot of it was just speculation before, and I never really got anything out of it. So, but the people there are pretty cool though. They're diehards. Good for them. I mean, I love the game. I've just been worn out on it. But hopefully this'll reinvigorate. But anyway, season 3, you get a new specialist. A familiar voice returns. I don't know who the hell that could be. Who did I watch the other day? What's his name? Rage Quitters UK, I think is what the channel name is. He's he does Killing Floor videos and stuff like that, like update videos and stuff. His like lack of enthusiasm for some of the stuff was really funny because it was kind of how I was feeling. But anyway, I think the first name popped into my head that popped into his head, and it was Reverend Alberts. But I want, what's his name? Is it Masterson, right? The badass? I think that's who it is. Yeah, that guy's a savage. But I don't know about him. He's not really like, what would you call it? He's not really much of a character, quote character, you know what I mean? But I also think it might be a female character, which is fine with me. I don't give a shit. Maybe Anna. I like her. Maybe Mrs. Foster. That'd be pretty cool, but I don't really see them doing that just yet, but that'd be pretty cool. But anyway, we'll move on to that. From that, new enemy, Scavenger, and a boss, Alpha Scavenger. The first thing that pops into my head with these is like a new kind of crawler. More of like for some reason I have more of like an insect crawler type thing in my head for that. But hopefully I'm wrong with that. I don't know. It just seems like to me, because I don't know, maybe I lack imagination. But it just it was either that or like Rioter kind of popped into my head. Like a way a Rioter kind of looks, like the Scavenger kind of being more like armored or whatever, you know what I mean? Scavenging shit. I don't know. But it's either that or like a bug type thing. But it's just like, hey, we'll see how it plays. The Alpha Scavenger, the boss, I hope it's just not another variant of like the Queen Crawler or the Chimera. They need to change up the gameplay loop with these bosses, because those bosses feel exactly the same, like, to fight, and I don't know, maybe that's just me, but they have this, if you play against them, they have the same exact stuff going on for them. Just pay attention, like it's the same thing for his whatever the Impaler is. Like, he's my favorite boss because he's at least unique, he's different. So, and he's more like old school Killing Floor, which that's what I like. I'd rather see them go back to basics here. But anyway, we'll keep going. New map, Arctic Research Station. That one's like that map looks like pretty cool. I don't know, like from this screenshot, and I think they had screenshots from before, not too long ago. Like that, it looks. What is it? The Thing? Yeah. That's going to be cool. We'll see what kind of references they throw in there. And then, new wavelength for long. Yeah, nice. Nice. Maybe we can play some more long, hard ones. We'll see. New weapons, Tekko Kagi and Trench Gun. Don't know what the Tekko Kagi is, if someone could tell me. It sounds like an SMG to me, but I don't know. Yeah, anyway. The Trench Gun. There you go. I mean, you have the Dragon's Breath, which is like the same thing. You could just make it not a Dragon's Breath. But anyway, that's cool. I guess more variation. Dual wielding phase 1, 2 existing sidearms. So they're releasing dual wielding in the phases. I kind of understand that. You know, that though you'll be able to just do whatever pistols you want, dual wield pistols. That's fine. I'll just do my fucking, what are they called? The ones for the commando. I like that pistol. It's my favorite one. It's the most well-rounded one in my opinion. But anyway, new weekly and mutation. That's a given. I like that. New assignment, campaign, and rewards. That's a given. I like that. And then in the middle of the season, what is it? I have the thing in front of me, but I will put it in the video. Mid-season update. In between there, you get text chat, which should have been there on release. I mean, come on, that before, like, you get voice before text. That's weird to me. You know, like, that's weird. They want to protect people. You could still fucking, like, be very toxic using your voice, and a lot of gamers do that. Or not a lot. You know what I mean? The ones that will do that, or, you know, if they have that in them, they will do it anyway. It doesn't fucking matter. Quality of life and balance improvements. That's nice. You know, maybe we'll, I don't really know exactly what will be entailed in there. That's not really 100% like a lot of the shit I think about, because I don't know. I make videos with Killing Floor 3 every now and then. Now I barely ever play it outside of making videos. And I want this year to kind of change that. That would be fucking awesome. But anyway, Season 4, Gunslinger. And then that's when you get new weapons, gadgets, and skills in dual wielding phase 2, which is probably his, the Gunslinger's like arsenal, right? You know, the arsenal, and yeah, obviously. I wonder what gadget he'll get. For some reason, what popped into my head was like High Noon. He just, you know, aimbots a bunch of headshots or something like that, which would be kind of cool. Or like critical shots or something. I don't know, but that wouldn't work in this game. I don't think that just wouldn't work. So I don't know what exactly it'll be. But dual wielding phase 2, yeah, we got. Maybe it'll be more refined too, of the dual wielding, because it's UE5. It's a piece of shit, so we'll have to give them the benefit of the doubt. It might be difficult. Hence the reason why, like, maybe Stalker took so long to come out. My theory is that it's just they couldn't get the cloaking right, because UE5's a dumpster fire. Apparently, for KF2 they used a modified version of Unreal Engine 3.5, and I don't know, a lot of people. I guess I looked it up after, because I heard it in that same video. Like, he said that, and then I really looked it up, and there's a lot of people that like agree that they should have just stuck with that, or just worked on a UE4 modified version. But that's beside the point. We're past that. But new map classified. They do have a screenshot here of it. It looks not very detailed. There's not much there, so it's a good like teaser. New wave like endless. That's pretty cool. That's nice. That'd be fun to play, maybe with some friends. We'll see. New weekly mode mutation. That's, you know, mutation waves. That's a given. New assignment, campaign rewards. That's a given. Another new boss. That's classified. A new difficulty, quality of life, and balance improvements. More. So that's good. For the mid-season and season 4, they're doing balance and quality of life and all that shit. And then a new difficulty. For some reason, I have a feeling they're not going to call it suicidal. For that reason alone, is that it's called suicidal. I don't know why that's in my head. Maybe it's just the new times and just like being on YouTube and somewhat watching what I say. I just don't really give a fuck anymore, if you haven't noticed. But like, maybe that's just me, that part of my brain thinking for this. Like, oh, that's kind of a bad word. You shouldn't say that in the world. It's depressing. And then. Well, fuck it. I don't really give a shit. They should call. I hope they call it suicidal. If they don't, well, that's bitch made. But we'll see. Halloween Horrors, that's the one that I know of people in my Discord as well as myself are most excited for. Killing Floor's classic seasonal event returns for Halloween. Seasonal themes adds another new map, classified. New weapons, classified. New weekly modes and mutation waves. Quality of life and balance improvements. I like how they're doing a lot of quality of life and balancing shit. That's good. I hope that they fix some hitboxes with some shit, because I still feel like there's a lot of cheap hits, especially from like, what are they, the fucking gore fiends or whatever the fucking call. I always get them mixed up. I don't really give a shit. The gore guys. You feel like you're like 3 feet beyond their attack and they still fucking catch you. Like they need to fix that. But that I'm looking forward to. I don't know what the new map will be. It'd be cool if it'll be like another carnival map, or what is that one? It's like one of my favorite ones in KF2 as well. I can't remember. It's the damn rave map. That would be cool, a variation of that. I always looked at that as Scully's map, because I think it is Scully's map. I'm not 100%. I am not 100% on that. But anyway, we'll keep moving forward. Winter update. Another new map. See, I like that, because, you know, one of my biggest complaints has been lack of maps. Well, we got 4 new ones coming up this year. First one coming next month, hopefully. I think that's where it is. And more new weapons, classified. New weekly modes. I keep doing that. And mutation waves. You know, quality of life and balance. That's cool. Why is that in? That is not in the first season. Or third season. First season of this year. There are no quality of life, but that's why they're probably doing the mid-season update. I would say probably a few weeks afterwards, you know, or whatever in between. So they're doing it in seasons. So, or between like the actual seasons. That's the way it feels. Season 4 will be summer, you know. So anyway, quality of life. Mod tools release. I keep fucking doing that. Don't smoke before you do this. Zeditor Alpha is what it's called. So that's interesting. We'll see what people come up with if they're still even interested in killing floor at that time. I'm sure that they will be, but you know, I think that'll help. That'll help immensely to save the game. And then server files available via Steam CMD. I'm pretty sure that's like to host your own servers. So they're like player ran servers. That's some good shit. They're doing what people want, but like it just feels like they're not. It's not coming out fast enough. I wish there was more of those mid-season update things. You know what I mean? I wish there was more of those, like just little touches that at least could just show, you know, that they're doing stuff. I mean, because I know that they are. Everybody knows that they are working behind the scenes. We're not like fucking saying, oh, they're just fucking off. They're all like, you know, in Hawaii, fucking on the beach. No, that's not what they're doing. I know that that's not what they're doing. But it feels like they need to kind of just drip feed some small shit here and there, just to like keep the fan base going. Because if you look at the numbers go down, or like way down for the game, and that's sad. It's really sad when you see sub 300 daily, like on Steam. Like I don't know about console, but I have a friend that plays like with randoms all the time. I don't really like playing with randoms that much. In KF2 I will, in KF1 I will, in KF3 just I never really like dug it. I don't know. I like playing that with people I know with my Discord, and you know, like I like playing it that way. But he says that there's a lot of PlayStation. So it might be bigger numbers on PlayStation. I have no idea. If you play on consoles, like, is the player base big? Is it a good player base? I don't know how to check those numbers. Maybe I'll look into it. I don't know if you can. We'll see. I don't know. But I think that'll help a lot, honestly. Just to drip feed some shit here and there, and like I don't know, maybe like the text chat thing. Come on, like how hard is that? That's ridiculous. And that like being able to do that, if you were to drop that right fucking now. Like that'd be like good faith. I don't know. Like maybe it's not Tripwire. Maybe it's damn it. Maybe it's their what is it, Embracer, right? Maybe it's them. Like maybe it's the people that maybe it's their higher ups that are kind of like, this is how we're going to do it. But then like is Saber still under the same banner, and they ran completely freaking different. So you see how you like. I don't know. I've been playing Space Marine 2 for a couple of weeks, and they're very active. It's insane. And like I'm like, this is how games should be ran, huh? And then you play Darktide, and Fat Shark's just fucking that game into the dirt. It feels like it's crazy, man. But that's just balancing on their end. Like they can fix that. That's not like Fat Shark's problem with that game ain't shit. You know, they can fix that easy with just whatever. You know, that's not that bad, but. Because that's in a way better state. I haven't played that in a little while. That's a fun game too. They're really good to play with friends because you can't play solo. That's why that's probably one reason why I love playing Space Marine 2 so much, is because I could just play solo, you know, with the bots, no problem. Or true solo. I haven't tried that yet, but I will. But anyway, that's not what this game is. Or this game. It's not what this video is about. It's about about Tripwire doing something with Killing Floor. So I'm hoping that. That with this also a recent survey has been out. If you haven't like seen it, I don't know, go to Twitter, probably their Discord. I don't know where else. But if you can find it, like they have a survey out there. Take it if you play the game, and let them know what you think, what you want changed, like what you think of all their decisions. You know what I mean? You can let it loose if you want. You know what I mean? And I'm sure that they read that stuff. So, and I'm sure that because they've also proved in the past that they do listen to the community. You know, whether they hear you 100%, that's another story. But they listen, and they've done some shit already. You know, in hindsight, some of the things, you know, like the whole perk decoupling, that could have probably waited just for the sake of getting the content out, the new content out earlier. But whatever, it's done already, and the game is just better for it. It's more like Killing Floor, you know. So that's that's one thing that gives the identity back to it. You know what I mean? One thing I said in the survey was they need to acknowledge their past instead of trying to just fucking move forward. Like, what happened with Patriarch? Did that happen? And even if, okay, even if they do have a story of what happened to him, having it happen off screen, not in a game or anything like that, that's fucking an insult. Like, that's bullshit. You know, like they can't. What did I say before? How can you eat your cake? How can you have any pudding if you don't eat your meat? They didn't finish the story with the last story, with fucking Horzine and shit. Now they're going to the fucking warp, right? They're just ripping off fucking 40K now. Like, what are you fucking doing? Watch there be like some fucking higher entity on the other side of that fucking thing for Killing Floor 2 and in the warp. I'm just gonna call it that. You know, like Jesus. I know it's called something different. Blow me. I'm here to have fun. I don't know, give my opinion on shit, you know. I still play the game. I still enjoy the game when I do play it. I can't play it for hours anymore, but, you know, I don't really sit and play games for hours that much anyway anymore. You know, maybe at night with friends a couple times a week, you know, World War Z, something like that. But anyway, I'll stop ranting and rambling and let you get on with your day or night. What do you think? What do you want added? What do you want to see come from this game? Are you already done with it? Like, I don't know. I know people that are buying it, or I've seen people that are buying it like that just because they're updating. But I've also seen a lot more like negativity. A lot of people in the comments of every post that they have, like recent posts saying, you know, the game's dead, you're waiting too long, you waited too long, the game's dead. You wait until the game's dead, drop this stuff, da 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 da. So I don't know. We'll see what ends up happening. I hope for the best, obviously. You know, I mean, look at my channel. You know, like look at all the videos I've made on just all of Killing Floor. Like there's a fair amount. So obviously I want this game to be like successful. I want it to be a good game. I'm not here to shit on it. I'll joke, I'll jab, I'll give my criticism, but that's because I care. I fucking care. So I want that. I want it to be good. But anyway, if you would just please consider doing all the things that YouTube likes and that I appreciate very, very much. Thank you so much for hanging out. It really does mean the world to me. I know I say that all the time, but really, you guys are awesome. It's the best little community on YouTube, and yeah, if you want to be a part of that, hit that sub button. But anyway, you have a good one, and I will catch you on the next one.
I'm just glad we made it out in one piece.
Speak for yourself. I got a wicked Charlie horse back there.